Today, I want to have a real conversation with you. Not about quick fixes, hacks, or chasing after surface level goals, but about something much deeper, your purpose. Because the truth is, every single one of us was born for a reason. You didn't just land here by accident. The experiences you've gone through, even the ones you wish you could erase, are part of the bigger picture of why you're here. And here's the part most people don't realize. Your pain is your purpose. That ache you've carried, the heartbreak you've endured, the setbacks that made you question your worth, those aren't just random events. They're clues. They're shaping you into someone who can help light the way for others walking through that same darkness. When you decide to take what once broke you and turn it into a lantern for someone else, that's when you step into your true calling. That's when life starts to feel aligned. So stay with me in this video, because by the end, I want you to see something powerful. That your mess isn't something to hide or be ashamed of. Your mess is actually your message, and when you share it, you create a ripple that touches lives far beyond what you can see. Purpose isn't found in job titles or money. Purpose is built through service. Think about it. Every time you've been through something hard, you gained wisdom, perspective, and strength. What if that pain you carry was actually the map showing you where you're meant to guide others? For me, I realized that some of my deepest struggles became the very tools I now use to help others. And I bet if you look at your life, the same is true for you. Let me ask you, what's that one pain that shaped you the most? Take a second and name it in your mind right now. Maybe it was the heartbreak that shattered you, but also taught you what real love should feel like. Maybe it was the failure that crushed your confidence, but secretly planted seeds of resilience you didn't know you had. Or maybe it was the moment you felt completely unseen, which is why now you notice and uplift others so effortlessly. The very place you thought you were broken may actually be the place you're most gifted. And here's the beauty. Purpose doesn't ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be available, to take the lessons life has already given you and turn them outward in service. You don't need a degree, a fancy title, or a big platform to live your purpose. You just need the courage to ask, how can what I've been through help someone else? Because that question alone can open doors you never imagined. Now, let's get even more real. What's the one area of your life where you sit in shame? We all have one. For some people, it's finances, the debt they don't want anyone to know about. For others, it's body image, relationships that failed, addiction, or a mistake that still haunts them. Maybe for you, it's something you've carried since childhood, a story that plays in your head whenever you start to feel good about yourself. And here's the thing about shame. It's not the end of your story. It's actually where your medicine for the world lives. Because the very thing you're afraid to reveal is the thing that, when shared, creates healing in others. When you face it, own it, and speak from it, you break the chains it has on you. You don't just free yourself, you create a doorway for others to walk through. So take a deep breath right now and ask yourself honestly, what's the one area I've been hiding? And what if that's the exact place where my purpose begins? So here's the big shift. What would you do to help other people avoid the kind of pain you went through? This is where purpose begins to take shape. When you stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start asking, how can what happened to me serve someone else? That question alone flips the script from victimhood to empowerment, and it opens the door to meaning. And please, don't overthink this. Your purpose doesn't have to look flashy or be tied to a big platform. You don't need a business plan, a book deal, or a podcast mic to live it out. Sometimes purpose shows up in the smallest, quietest ways, like being the person who notices when someone's struggling or being willing to say the thing you once needed to hear. Maybe for you, it's being the friend who listens without judgment. Maybe it's writing a post online that reminds someone they aren't alone. Maybe it's creating a safe space in your family that you never had growing up. Purpose doesn't always look like changing the whole world. It often looks like changing one person's world in a single moment of kindness, truth, or courage. And here's the part we forget. Even the smallest act of service can ripple out farther than you'll ever know. A smile, a kind word, a story you share. Those things travel. They land in someone else's heart, and sometimes they become the very thing that keeps them going. That's the power of living from your pain, not in spite of it. That's the gift you carry. Now let's dream for a second. Imagine waking up tomorrow and living your life in a way that helps others through what you've survived. What would it look like? Coaching, writing, speaking, building a community? Or maybe it's simply showing up with compassion where most people turn away. Close your eyes for just a moment and picture it. See yourself living it. How would your days feel? What would you be proud of at the end of the day? That vision you just saw, that's purpose whispering to you. And here's the magic. The feeling of alignment is unlike anything else. When you're living your purpose, you don't need applause, validation, or permission slips from anyone else. There's this quiet, steady confidence that comes from knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be. Even on hard days, you carry a sense of fulfillment because deep down you know your life is meaningful. You're not just existing, you're creating impact. Alignment feels like peace in your soul. It feels like waking up with clarity instead of dread. It feels like going to bed at night with gratitude instead of emptiness. It doesn't mean everything is perfect or easy. Life will still throw challenges your way, but there's a calm strength inside of you that whispers, I'm on the right path. I want you to hear me. You matter, and your voice matters. Your voice carries a medicine no one else on this planet has. But here's the catch. You have to move past the fear of being seen. I know what you might be thinking. Who am I to speak up? Who would listen to me? And my response is, who are you not to? There are people right now who can only receive the medicine through your story, your voice, your way of expressing it. If you stay silent, they stay stuck. And I know what you might be thinking right now. Who am I to speak up? Who would listen to me? That doubt is normal. But let me flip it. Who are you not to? Who are you to withhold the story, the wisdom, the perspective that someone out there desperately needs? Your voice could be the very lifeline someone has been waiting for, but they'll never hear it if you keep it hidden. Here's something I want you to hold on to. Your mess is your message. The very things you thought disqualified you are what actually qualify you to lead, to love, and to inspire. Think of it like tossing a stone into water. When you show up authentically, your ripple spreads out farther than you'll ever see. You may never know who you touch, but trust me, your courage to be real will change lives. So let me close with this. Your intuition has already been whispering. It's telling you to show up, to stop waiting, to just do it. And when you do, when you follow your heart, you'll see that purpose was never outside of you. It's been inside you all along, waiting for you to say yes. And if this stirred something inside you, drop a comment below. Share the one word that comes to mind when you think about your purpose. Because when you put it out there, you take the first step toward living it. Remember this, the world needs what only you can give.